Watchshow. Today we've got an exclusive from Elliot Brown, an exclusive launch to BQ watches. Spencer, you hear that? Exclusive to BQ watches.
Still
one of many. I hope you're enjoying the show. We've got Guy and we've got Jem from Elliot Brown. The stage is yours.
Thanks.
Thank you. Just a bit of a brief catch-up for anyone who doesn't know who we are. We are a UK brand. We're based in Poole in Dorset. We are extreme sports watches that you can wear every day. And the watch that we're launching today is our Beachmaster Quartz. So to just give you a little bit of a potted history about Beachmaster, this was born out of a conversation with the Marines about two and a half years ago, maybe a bit longer than that now, about could we create a watch that had both a countdown and count-up timer on it simultaneously. It's something that had not been done before, and after a bit of working through, we decided we could do it. Very fortunately, we were able to get a patent on the watch, and our first launch was our Beachmaster Automatic, which we pre-sold from November last year at the Watch Pro Salon, and we had a tremendous response to, slightly nervously, because our current range is between sort of £395 and £800. This new Beachmaster Automatic was £2,375, so new territory for us. So we were a little unsure as to whether people would say, guys, are you drinking the Kool-Aid? What are you thinking of producing a watch at this price? But actually, when we launched it, we had a tremendous response. Everybody said how fantastic it was and what a lot of watch it was for the money. We sold out immediately when we had delivery in May. We then had a second tranche of watches arrive.
July.
Beginning of July, and immediately sold out of those too. So this is our Beachmaster Quartz. It has all the same features. It still has the same patent, clearly, because it has the timing mechanism on it. But it's a quartz movement, and the reason that we've done this is it fits slightly more within our normal portfolio of pricing. So we're starting at $695 on a strap and $795 on the bracelet. Mm-hmm. So it's a very cool watch. You're very welcome to come and have a look at it when we finish having the conversation. But it really is lots to talk about, and I will just hand over to Jem, who can talk about it a little bit more.
Thanks. I don't need both, do I?
No, you don't.
No, yeah, okay. I'm loud enough as it is. Nobody needs to give me two lots of microphones. So, as Guy said, we launched the Beachmaster Auto in 3 different colourways. So we did the steel, the bronze, and the Founders Edition, which is the brushed steel with a black bezel. We find with a lot of our collection is the military watch, and the black cases are the things that people really enjoy. So in that understanding, that's what we've done with our quartz. We've done it in 3 colourways. So there's the blackout, does exactly what it says on the tin. It is the dark version. It is the ultimate stealth watch in our collection, and it's the first time we've gone all black apart from a military collection. So we're really excited about that. The lume on it is lovely. It sort of glows a really good blue, and it's just sort of that understated watch that will be on your wrist sort of throughout. Next one we have in there is the Nevo. Now, for people who know us as a brand, the Nevo is one of our colour dials that we use across the range. It stands for Night Invisible Varnish Offeredness. So Offeredness is a place in Norfolk, and between World War I and World War II, a load of boffins were given the task to find a paint colour that they could paint the underside of aircraft to stop the reflection of searchlights over water. It failed spectacularly. There was only one.
Still looks great as a dial colour.
But it looks great as a dial colour. So we fell in love with the story, and because of our military connection, we really like that it kind of gives us a bit more to talk about. So it was only a natural thing for us to do was to put it into the Beachmaster Quartz. Again, the lume on this is kind of, you can see that? So that will glow pretty much like that for about 8 hours.
And the reason we have 2 different colours of lume on there is for the countdown and count-up timer. So
the blue is your mission timer, and then your green is sort of just how you would tell the time normally on an analog watch. If you wanted to, and you have the inclination, you can time 5 separate things at the same time with this watch, which is pretty good going for an analog. And then the final one in the collection is the Ghost. So quite unusually for us, we've gone for a light dial. It's a cold sand, or cool sand. And again, sort of a really nice loom in there as well. So we think, for me, this is my favourite out of the collection. It's really different for us from an Elliot Brown perspective. I think it's quite a unique offering in everything else that we do. But as a group of watches, I think they're just beautiful. And Beachmaster is the...
One of the unique things about this, which is really cool, and it's like a fidget toy, it's incredible, is that these compressor-style designs with the internal bezel, the bezel normally, well, in all instances, goes both ways, as opposed to a unidirectional diving bezel. And normally, it just goes both ways. There's no stop. That's really irritating because half the time when you look at it again, it's moved because you've got it on your wrist and it's turned. What we've done is create it. It moves on ceramic ball bearings, so it's a real click each time you turn the bezel, which means that it does not move. It's a really it's a cool little thing, and you once you're wearing one, and I do it all the time, you sit there on the phone and you're fiddling with the thing.
It took us about 18 months to get it right as well. It's pretty fair to say that our founders are pretty obsessive about getting details correct. And the inner bezel, the inner workings on that is a really good example. So yeah, 18 months, lots of different trials, and it does exactly what Guy said. The idea behind it is so it doesn't slip. It is absolutely functional for that point. If you are timing off it, you need to know that the time will stay what you've set it to. And it's incredibly easy to use. So if you think of, as Guy said, it was designed around sort of D-Day landings and those sorts of things. And the H in the inner bezel is H hour. So in the military, that is the point where you go over the top of the trench or you hit the beach of Sword Beach in Normandy. The idea behind this is that you're allowed to see if H hour is your start point, you can count up to your start point from 12 hours. And then let's say you've landed on the beach and you have to assault a bunker 2 hours away. You can see, using your visual cue, the GMT hand will move past H and will sit at 2. You know you're at your 2-hour marker. So you know you're on time, you've found your objective. I used a very poor analogy.
I was going to say, this is a slightly more technical analysis of it than Gemma's earlier statement, which is about using it to time the different things in a roast chicken dinner.
I mean,
we might use that in the marketing from now on. Get your spuds right.
Yeah, it's important. Like, they have to be crispy. But yeah, so there's lots of applications to it. You can use it as a GMT hand. You can use your minutes hand to do it as well. Obviously, it gives you sort of 12 minutes either side. You can use your hour hand as well. So yeah, like the world is your oyster in the way you would use this watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's worth pointing out, why are we launching it here? I think, what Dee and Spencer and the guys at BQ have done is a really interesting thing for this show. We participated with little to no expectation. That's not negative. We just didn't know what it was going to be like the first time round. And we were really, really pleasantly surprised. Really pleasantly surprised by the people that came. Lots of people super interested in watches, clearly, and people who wanted to buy, which is a nice thing. But also because these guys have put such a lot of time, effort, and thought into curating the way that this is shown, and I'm sure it will get better and better as we progress forward with it. But we just felt that it was a worthwhile exercise coming back, having had such a good result at the first show, to launch here. It made perfect sense for us, which is why we're here.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.